Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today with one of my pre-bonsai, Ficus Benjamina, that you can see here. Pre-bonsai basically in training right now to become sooner or later bonsai, so I have it still in just a normal pot basically here. And for me it's basically a test tree where I can do a lot of different things, try out a lot of different things with. For example, I tried growing aerial roots, as you can see here, so they developed quite nicely. They are really starting to thicken up right now. If you're interested in that, there is another video where I talk a bit more about how I actually got it to grow those aerial roots, so check out that video too. But in today's video, actually what I'm going to do is simply give it a bit of a cutback. As you can see, it is quite leafy at the moment. It is the start of spring. So it will get more and more leaves actually. So I think at this point it is actually a good idea to simply get in there, take out some of the leaves, cut it back and see how it will then develop over the summer again. So I would say let's get right into it. Simply by grabbing a pair of scissors and getting an overall look of the tree and deciding where to start taking out some of the foliage. And right away I can see that this one here basically is very much in the way. It's also growing inward, so I'm not really a fan of it because it basically is in front of the overall shape of the tree and hides the overall shape of the tree. So I would really go in there quite radically, take this out, and actually also the smaller one here growing in, and also this part of it. So taking all of that out. And then let's see, what else do we have? So that already opened up a lot of space here basically. However, up here it is still quite crowded. There's also some smaller leaves and smaller branches growing in. So we'll try to get these ones out. It's right next to some of the wiring, so I have to be careful not to cut the wire. Okay. Then we have one branch here that actually doesn't really do anything. I also cut this one out. There is, I'm not sure if you can see it right behind it, an aerial root, so also here I have to be careful not to cut off the aerial root. But that worked out fine. So on this side I'm actually not going to cut out too much, I would say. Maybe some of the newer foliage here, cutting it back, trimming it back a little just so it doesn't grow too much in length. It just gets a bit more compact overall. So take this one out. Everything that really stands out basically. Also here there's a lot of new growth. We can cut it back to 1 or 2 leaves. Exactly. So there's still a lot going on up here basically. Let's see what we can take out. So there is, hope you can see it, one growth here that goes basically directly in this direction, so it definitely is in the way. So we cut this one away. It's a good start. Then here's just a big leaf that I will take out because the size is simply too big of this leaf. Let me see if I can get it. Yes. So a lot of the canopy basically up here, I think we can also simply trim back a bit and really get in there and trim it back, because there is, as I said, so many leaves, so it really doesn't hurt. And at this time of the year it actually is not a problem. As I mentioned, this is a ficus. You can also see it here basically on the spots where I cut back. You can see basically the latex dripping out. Basically what you could do here is simply take a paper towel and wipe them away, because they can leave stains on the stems. So it's always a good idea after you're done to go through and just wipe away all those white little spots, because they do tend to stain afterwards. So we continue a bit here in the back, taking some out. There's some of the fallout basically lying around here. Down here, I think I'm not going to do too much. I'm quite okay with it as it is at the moment, but it's still very top heavy, especially this part here that is growing down. It just looks not good. So we're taking, I think I actually take out the whole thing here because it was growing down and that never is anything desirable, I would say. one of the leaves here that is in the way. Yes, that opened it up already quite a lot. This one still seems to be a bit too big, so we take that out. And also on this side it's very cluttered, so I'm going in here, taking that part out. And let's turn it a bit. Let's look at it from the back if there's still something that really sticks out. And definitely there is. So basically this stem here is way too long at the moment. So I would say we take out half of it. And I think we're starting to see the form coming together quite nicely. This one here is very leggy actually and doesn't really have much leaves. I think I take this out altogether. Doesn't do much for the shape of the tree anyway. And this one here I will leave at the moment still. This one I will leave. There's some new growth up here that maybe is a bit too cluttered, so we take it out. Also this one. And I think we're starting to see a tree that is definitely more presentable again. And as I mentioned, like it's the beginning of spring now, so there will be a lot of new growth coming in summer anyway. So this is not the last time I will have to cut back this tree. This one we can also take out. So let's turn it around again to the front. Let's clean out some of the leaves, but I can do that later. And give you an overview. So basically what I did is really clear out the center. Also take a bit care of the canopy. This one I might have to wire actually, I see right now, because it is not really fitting with the rest of the canopy up there. So there will still be a lot of work done on this tree. As I mentioned, it is a training tree for me. So the work on this one never stops. It always provides a lot of good ways of practicing, of trying new things. And of course I will keep you updated on this tree. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will get to them as soon as I see them. And hopefully I see you in the next video. Until then, bye.